Well, today I will be talking about three main systems: the lymphatic system, the digestive system, and the endocrine system. The lymphatic system defends the body against infections, diseases, and transfers the lymph between tissue and bloodstream. This system is divided in several parts: the lymph nodules, and the lymphatic vessels. After this system, we have the digestive one. This one processes the food, absorbs nutrients, minerals, and vitamins, and the water. This one is divided in several parts, as the one said before, with the mouth, the salivary glands, the esophagus, the stomach, the liver, the gallbladders, the exocrine, the pancreas, the small and the large intestine. Finally, we have the endocrine system that provides communication within all the body through the hormones. Direct long-term changes in other systems to maintain homeostasis. This one is divided with the pituitary and the pineal gland, the thyroid, the parathyroid, the endocrine pancreas, the adrenals, the testicles, and the ovaries. The lymphatic system was first described by Aldous Roosevelt Thomas Baxter in the 17th century. The digestive system was described by William Bartmouth, the father of the gastric psychology that studied digestion in the 18th century. And the endocrine system was first described by Claude Bernard. They used the term of internal segregation in the 19th century. In conclusion, we can perceive that in general the lymphatic system is the one that is in charge of getting rid of all the infections and diseases. It uses bacteria that are inside your body to get rid of all that can damage your body. Then we have the digestive system. This system in general is in charge of decomposing all the food that you get and getting all the molecules to break down to get the bacteria, the nutrients, and the vitamins that you need. And finally, the endocrine system. This system helps you to grow. It gives the hormones that you need to the brain and to all your body so you can get into puberty and all the stages in your life.
Hi, I'm Mauricio Garza, and today I'm talking about for urinary and immune system. So, as a new intriguing details of how uropathogens, inside infections, and persist within the urinary tract have emerged. So, has important information regarding how the immune system functions within the urinary tract. Recent studies have revealed the existence of a multifaceted innate immune response triggered B2-like receptor on superficial bladder. So the urinary tract is affected and the vaccinations comprised of bacterial virulence factors or wall that bacterial can evoke protective immunity against urinary tract infections in animals. As antibiotic therapy becomes increasingly ineffective modulating the innate and adaptive immune system in the urinary tract using TLR4 ligands and other immunomodulators may become viable options to combat UTIs.
Hi everyone, my name is Enrique Aldama Cervantes, and my part of the video will talk about the nervous and the reproductive system. The reproductive system is the one in which the external and internal organs work together in both in male and female to accomplish the purpose, which is procreating. In the male one, there are two main parts. The penis, there is part 2 of the urinary system, and the testicles, where the sperm is created. Then in the female one, the major parts are the uterus, the cervix, the vagina, and the ova, where the ovum or egg is created and passes through a fallopian tube to the uterus. Then, if there's sperm on the uterus and the egg fertilizes, the fertilization process is made, and if not, the egg will be taken away from the body during menstruation. Then on the nervous system, we have the central and the peripheral one. In the central one, it consists of your brain and the whole spinal cord. Meanwhile, in the peripheral one, it consists of all the nerves that branch off the spinal cord to take the message to the whole body. And this one, it is divided in two types: the somatic and the autonomic nervous system. The somatic, it consists of all the actions that we do consciously or voluntary, and the autonomic is of all the actions that we don't do voluntary, like regulate your heart rate or digestion or homeostasis. And this one, it is subdivided in two types of actions. That is the parasympathetic and the sympathetic one. The sympathetic consists that it prepares your body for any type of high stress action. Meanwhile, the parasemic consists of the whole of preparing the body to any ordinary day by day activities.
Hi, this is Diego Pais, and I'm gonna talk about respiratory system, circulatory system, and skeletal system. First, we have the respiratory system, which enable us to breathe, and this process means the inhalation and exhalation of air. Inhalation involves the intake of air through our lungs and absorb that oxygen. And exhalation means the expulsion of air, and in this case, carbon dioxide too. The respiratory system is divided in two parts, the upper trachea and the lower trachea. The upper trachea includes the nose, mouth, and part of or the trachea, and the lower part includes the second part of the trachea, the bronchioli, the pulmonar alveoli, and maybe the most important part, our lungs. Okay, so next we have the circulatory system that is made of blood vessels, arteries, and veins. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, and veins carry blood back to it. So the circulatory system is the one in charge of carry the blood and oxygen to every part of our body. This blood carries nutrients, hormones to cells, and also removes some waste products. Like I said before, in the respiratory system, in this case, the carbon dioxide too. This is divided in two parts too. The pulmonary circulation, that is a short loop from the heart to the lungs and back again, and the systematic circulation, that is the one that carry out the blood out of the heart to each part of our body. Finally, we have the skeletal system, which includes all the bones and joints in our body. Each bone is a complex living organ that is made of protein and cells and some minerals. The skeleton acts like a structure, providing support and protection for our soft tissues and all our organs. And the skeletal system also provides attachment points for the muscles and get like a better movement. Also, bones as like a body warehouse for calcium, iron, and energy from a fat. The skeleton grows throughout childhood and provides a framework for the rest of the body to grow along with it.
Hi, my name is Hector and I will talk about homeostasis. First of all, what is homeostasis? Homeostasis is any self-regulating process by which biological systems tend to maintain stability while adjusting to conditions that are optimal for survival. If homeostasis is successful, life continues. If it is unsuccessful, disaster or death ensures. This preservation of internal conditions is achieved by the metabolism, which includes anabolic and catabolic reactions. Then the balance is reached thanks to the mechanisms of self-regulation that every living thing has. An example of homeostasis is the body temperature control. Now I will explain positive and negative feedback loops. A positive feedback loop occurs in nature when the product of a reaction leads to an increase of that reaction. One of the few examples that we have for positive feedback is the secretion of milk during lactation. On the other hand, we have negative feedback loops. A negative feedback loop occurs in biology when the product of a reaction leads to a decrease in that reaction. In this way, a negative feedback loop brings a system closer to a target of stability, or homeostasis. Negative feedback loops are responsible for the stabilization of a system. An excellent example of a negative feedback is the maintenance of homeostasis of blood glucose concentration. Finally, I will say the differences between negative and positive feedback. The key difference between positive and negative feedback is their response to change. Positive feedback amplifies change, while negative feedback reduces the change. This means that positive feedback will result in more of a product, more apples, more contractions, etc. While negative feedback will result in less of a product, less heat, less pressure, or less salt. In conclusion, feedback is important because without it, homeostasis cannot occur. This means that an organism loses the ability to self-regulate its body.